Andy, Ricky, and Delamar are back with more topics, more prizes, and more babies? Catch them on The Mother Show Season 3, Fridays 9 a.m. to 12 noon, here on Magic 89.9, Magic Nationwide, and on social media at The Mother Show PH.
Hi everybody! You're listening to The Mother Show. 89.0. 89. Mama. 89. And Magic 89.10.
It's 9:19. Welcome to another round of The Mother Show. Happy Friday. Hold on. Let me get everybody's mic working. My name is Ricky.
Hi, I'm Andy.
My name's Amanda.
There you...
Amanda!
Where did we get Amanda?
I don't know. It's like one of those
Dream
women
names.
that sound so beautiful.
Amanda.
Parang you have to be sexy to be
You
an
have to
Amanda,
be. You have
right?
to look.
Parang, what are you saying? I'm
No,
not.
I mean, like, you!
Oh my God, Andy! We are not friends! Friendship over!
Hey, at least I'm telling the truth.
Okay.
No, I'm
Today,
kidding. No, but if your name is Amanda, right?
Yeah, you have to.
You gotta have
it
that.
a
Like
certain
Griffin,
way.
for example.
Yeah.
Amanda Griffin.
Griffin.
It's just so... the
Amanda
perfect-
Fernandez
Yes.
of ESPN. Yeah, that's right.
Parang walang pangit na Amanda.
Wala.
Anyway.
You know, I also...
Amanda Bynes.
Well, she's cuckoo, but, you know. She's all right. She's all
She's a
right.
cutie. She's a cutie. But hey, we're all complete finally.
I know. I miss you. I really missed the show last week. You
Yeah.
have no idea. Like, Tyler was telling me, so I was listening, and I
Yeah.
was like,
I know! We were so surprised.
it was so funny
she
because Tyler
called
was
pa.
like, babe, calm down. Why? Because I was like, oh my gosh, she could talk about this, she could talk about that. I was so worked up. I was so, you know, when you like a topic, you get really excited.
Yeah.
And then you can't because you're in a corner with sore eyes
Go
and a cough.
Yeah.
Good
Okay,
grief.
so if you guys missed last week's episode, Del was out and we had her doula talk about gentle birth. And this was like the guesting that she was looking forward
I
to.
know.
The most.
The most.
The most.
And God was like, relax, Del. I'm gonna sit you out for this one. You're gonna be at home.
I'm like, God, what is this? Why? Of all Fridays, right?
But you know, when you listen to her, it feels like you want to have another kid again.
Yeah.
Right?
Because she's such a calming presence.
Yeah.
She is.
And she doesn't bully you into thinking or deciding.
should do this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's not about
No.
that. She's just asking you to be who you are at birth.
It's like she can find your light and then she'll make it shine
Yeah.
Wow.
from
Yeah.
within. Sort of
I
like
love
that.
it.
No, it
Hi,
really
Irina.
is.
I hope you're listening.
It's the energy. So again, that was Irina Otmakova. We had her on the show last week. The episode, by the way, is up on YouTube and on Facebook, since we did Facebook Live for that. A lot of people asking us, by the way, where our episodes can be found.
Uh-huh.
They're all online.
All on YouTube. on the Magic YouTube page.
Yes.
Right?
And the Mother Show on Facebook.
That's right.
Yeah, it's all there.
It's all there, guys. So you can link it to your friends. You can rewatch it if you liked it. It's 9:22, by the way. Once again, welcome to the show. We have a special guest for today. We will talk about her in just a bit, but we're reminding you that you can call us up, be part of the discussions. It's 6310899.
Yep. And want to say hi to everybody in Cebu City, 92.3, Davao, 89.1, Bacolod, 106.3, Cagayan de Oro, 89.3, and General Santos, 106.3.
Now, if you need to find us online, whether that's IG, Facebook, or Twitter, find us at The Mother Show PH.
Okay, we want to say hi real quick and good morning to Wang from Real Food over in Alabang. Hi, Wang.
Hi. I'm always there.
Me also.
Right?
I love that place. Also saying hi to
Opie
Alvin.
ako. Opie ako. I'm not too south, no?
No, you can get this Kawayan coconut water there too.
Is that why you brought?
No.
Okay.
I brought because I love them.
Oh.
Hi, Kawayan. Thank you for the
I
buko
love
juice.
buko juice talaga.
Every
But
Friday.
when I was breastfeeding, that was my water.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Okay, speaking of breastfeeding, I have some stories
Oh.
that we'll talk about later on. Later na. But our
a
special
teaser.
guest, I know,
That's a
our
teaser.
special guest is Andy's friend.
Yeah, she actually organized my house.
I saw this on
and
IG.
she's she hasn't organized it, but she's currently organizing it.
because
so
you're
she's-
preparing for the new baby.
Yes, I know. At 6 months, I'm already nesting. You should be nesting around like 8, right?
No,
Really? No, sometimes it starts early.
Yeah.
It's your clock.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's coming over. So she's just gonna share like tips on how we can organize our life, our house, our
Our
bags,
thoughts.
Even
our
your
kids.
life?
I don't know, but she has this philosophy because she goes like, I want to talk about the philosophy of organizing. I was like, oh,
There's a science.
there is?
That's a growing thing now.
Yeah, it
The decluttering, because it has an effect on your mind.
Yes.
It does.
It really
Psychological
does.
state.
It's,
it really does.
It makes you feel so much lighter.
Yes.
Yeah.
And even when you start buying stuff, you think.
Yeah. Like,
start
where am I going to
thinking,
put it?
yeah, do I need
really
this?
need it?
Yeah. So if you're a, do they call it a clutter bug? If you have like a hoarder.
Yeah.
Beas like me.
I'm a hoarder.
Yeah, if you're a hoarder, you might want to tune into the show in a few minutes as we have our special guest.
Most women are.
Yeah.
I suppose this is a vestige of our hunting and gathering phase.
Or it is.
It could be.
Oh, you just want to keep it all
Or
there.
it's a
in case-
sentimental thing.
It could be all bundled into the same thing. Because, we are the go-to person in our homes.
Yeah.
Like, if somebody's
This
missing
is
whatever
true. This
or
is
needs
true.
something,
Yeah.
you are the first person they ask. Mom, where's my
Band-Aid.
toy from 5 years ago?
Yeah.
Like, I'm supposed to know.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
do
this
know.
is true. So we'll have her on in a few minutes. If you have anything that you want to ask her, you can send them our way. Again, we're on social media. It's at the Mother Show PH.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
So breastfeeding first.
Yeah, breastfeeding first. Oh, man. I'll get ready first. So breastfeeding stories coming up. More of the Mother Show as well right after this. Don't go anywhere.
We've got that mommy magic. The Mother Show on Magic 89.9.
It's 9:33. Welcome back to the show. It's still the Mother Show all the way till 12. My name is Ricky.
I'm Andy.
I'm Amanda.
Amanda.
I'm sticking to it. Like,
Panindigan mo yan, ah.
papanindigan ko
Okay.
to. All the way
So
to
you have to
12.
change your character also. You have to be like a sexy Amanda.
Okay, I'll be
Like the naughty
sexy
kind.
Amanda. I am a
Kailangan
mother.
may flick.
Oh, kailangan may konting
I'm a mother goddess.
I am a domestic diva.
I make the best chocolate walnut cookies.
I know. I eat it. It's so good.
Is it good? I'm so happy. It was my first. Sorry, I lost character. Is it really so good?
Oh, Del.
I'm sorry. It's just one of those weeks where I feel like I've been caged, and
Yeah.
I feel like, wow,
Just
okay.
you want to just let it out.
Because I missed last Friday's show. See, I'm still
Yeah.
hung up on it.
Like,
Del.
she's there pounding on her.
Okay, get over it. Snap out of it. But no, I
Yeah.
just, maybe it's a little weird, but it's important to my sanity to be able to do this once a week.
I know. And
Me
that's
also,
why.
yeah.
Me also. It's a reset.
It's like a big fart, an emotional fart.
Did you
You know
just
what I
say?
mean?
Yeah, like towards
you
the
just-
weekend,
Did
right?
you just call the Mother Show fart?
Kind of.
It's a good smelling fart. Don't worry.
Oh,
You just gotta let it out.
Yeah, there's so
Yeah.
much relief in release.
At least
Where
not
I
fart.
feel like, like there's so many emotions, so many thoughts, and it's building up inside. So you
I
gotta
understand.
fart it out,
I
right?
understand.
Okay.
It's
I
a
feel-
mental
We should have a
thing.
segment like that. What's your fart?
Yeah, what's
today?
your mental fart? What's your verbal
Yeah.
fart? Or a burp?
Gusto ko yun. A burp?
A
burp.
It's a verb.
No, but yeah, I understand the letting off of steam. Yeah.
Yeah.
The grounding, the regrounding, and the resetting.
You just feel so much more human.
Yeah.
After
that's
you've
true.
been,
Yeah.
So I missed one week, and so I feel like I'm bursting at the seams.
Yes. Now, you know what's funny? It's that even if it's just 3 hours, it sets you up for the entire
Yeah,
week.
I'm good
Yeah.
for a
Right?
week. Yeah.
You know, I
Sets you
have moms also who come to me and say, I listen to the Mother Show. And even if they're not moms, they listen to the
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
Because they get excited to become a mom, or they're also learning how a mom thinks.
Yeah.
There was this one tweet where she's not about to become a mom. She's young, but she says, I don't know why, but I just feel happy listening to crazy women. Maybe, I don't know. And I'm like, yeah, that's good.
I've been getting that as well from single
People.
Single, yeah.
Yeah, from
single
singles.
people.
Mhm.
It's funny.
It's funny.
It's really
Well,
funny.
it's like maybe it's like a peek at their life ahead, a
Oh.
would-be
Could
life.
be, yeah.
And sometimes you feel like, whoa, when you become a mother,
Mhm.
are you the same person? Actually, you are. And we are a testament
And even
to that.
better.
Yeah.
Maybe even better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah.
Diba? Don't you feel like you're like Ricky 2.0?
Exactly. I was just about to
Yeah.
say.
Diba?
And I
Yeah.
feel like the more kids you have,
You
the
become,
more
like,
the version, you
point,
become a version better or something like
a
that.
better version of yourself.
This is true.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Right?
true. I was, because I have a friend who lives in Zurich. She gave birth there, and she's here on vacation. So she's here for like a month. And she's a new mom, and I'm sending her lactation goodies for her entire stay
Yeah.
here because I wanted her to
sweet.
try it because nobody does that back in Zurich.
Yep.
Like you have to bake your own
Yeah.
goodies
Oh,
if you
gosh.
want
Yeah.
it, right? So we're talking and I'm telling her I can't wait to see you and give you a mama hug, and it's like she understands how I feel. She's like,
Yeah.
I know, I can't wait to hug you also and
A
actually
mama hug.
speak.
The
The
same
mama language.
That, Like we've always experienced
It's
this.
a different language.
When we have guests, people you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So when you were single, you meet another girl, and there's never there's always like a checking each other
Checking.
out.
Yeah,
parang,
that's
Who are you?
Yeah.
What bag do you wear?
Yeah.
Did you bring?
Yeah.
But once you become a mother, it's like
None of that matters.
none of that
Yeah.
matters.
None of
And
it
it's like you're
matters.
talking to a friend, a good. Remember
Yeah.
that?
It's just like you want to connect
connect
with somebody. Like you want to have a decent conversation with
And
someone.
those inhibitions that you had when you were younger,
No more
totally
now.
Yeah.
Remember your experience in the
competition. In the
Yes, the
nursing room.
lounge.
hilarious though.
In the nursing room.
Yeah, and she was talking to somebody like they were friends for years.
Yeah.
Pump yan. Ang tahimik pala niya, no?
And it's like
Yeah.
you've never had conversations like this.
Yeah.
When you before you became a
No,
mom.
you would be like, oh, she might think I'm weird.
I'll keep to myself.
Yeah, no?
Like I'm a stalker or something.
Wala, but I don't know why, but I think it's a good thing.
It really is.
It feels good. So
And I think with social media, it also helps because you know you follow the mom, and then when you see that person,
you
like
have something to talk about.
yeah, or not even something to talk about. Like you feel like you guys know each other
Yeah,
because you guys
familiarity.
follow each other.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Right?
Funny stuff, right? So to show.
Hi. So breastfeeding, Ricky.
Okay, breastfeeding. So I was gonna talk to you about. So I'm currently still on it. You know, it gets really difficult to motivate yourself to pump when you're away from the baby
That's true.
because you've done it before and you know how repetitive it can get, and you know you need something new to tell yourself every day when you're about to.
Yeah.
It's I mean, you know, it's 2 minutes of setting it up
Yes.
and another 15 minutes of not doing anything.
Yep. Matrabaho siya.
Matrabaho
It is.
talaga siya.
Matrabaho siya.
And then you get home from like work at night and you're like, oh, but I have to wash them and sterilize them before I sleep. And you're like, oh. So I wanted to ask, like, what galactagogues worked for you guys? Can we talk about that? Because
Yeah.
all of these lactation treats, and I've been reading, like, you know, the ingredients.
Yeah.
They have different things
In it. Yeah.
in it. And some may work, some may not work.
Yep.
What worked for you guys? And not just the ingredients. Like, is there any routine that you guys did? Did you double up on water? Did you always eat sabaw?
So, among the three of us, I think Andy has the best milk
Yeah.
output, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's you don't have a problem, right?
No, I had a lot of milk. Actually, I kind of have milk already.
Already? Yeah, no. That happens, right?
Yeah, it happens.
Why? Have you started leaking?
And I'm 6 months.
Yeah.
But kind of when it was stimulated, Andy.
No, I was taking a shower with Olivia.
Bastos part
And
of
I was
this
just like,
year.
ano ba?
It's
Amanda?
Stimulated Amanda. So,
stimulated.
No,
was
for
there a lot of,
tension. No, but for me, what I did was that I drank a lot of water, and then I really drank a lot of chocolate milk. Like I could finish
Ang
one
sarap kasi.
one carton a day,
You know, they said
even
that
up to
sugar,
now.
yes, sugar.
Sugar
Helps.
The output, yeah.
But not too much. It's like it's that thing where you can drink a lot of water,
Yeah.
but too much also is not good for you. And that's the crazy part, because how do we know where the limit is? Nobody tells
I
you.
think if you drink a lot of water, it's good, but you don't drink a lot of water
In one sitting.
time.
So it's like
so you have to
yeah. Kumbaga sa cow, you're grazing.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you
Okay.
drink maybe 300 ml every 30 minutes
Yeah.
or maybe an
There's
hour.
actually an app which I downloaded and reminds me to drink water all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
How does it remind you?
There's a notification like drink a glass of
Drink water.
and then you just like click, and then you see how many glasses of water
Because for
you've
me,
drank today.
I need to drink it's a specific glass from a cola company.
Okay.
Anyway, it seemed to work for me
Mm-hmm.
because I would drink 4 of them the minute I wake up. But I do that anyway because I used to be like when I used to do yoga.
Yeah.
That was
you would sweat a lot.
Yes, so that was my preparation for the practice. I need to drink at least 1.5 liters of water before practice.
Okay.
So I would drink 4. That would be 300 ml. So that's 1.2. I'm good.
Okay.
But then I'll drink every hour 1 glass.
Okay. Wow.
Yes, and then I would also drink buko juice, buko water, and that helped me. But because I really had a hard time with milk. I really had to work for it. So I would try all the galactagogues, the usual suspects. Fenugreek, malunggay, all of them. I did all of them, and then I searched the web for the non-obvious galactagogues. And I found a website that had 25 other food that you can eat that might help your production.
Was one of them crispy pata? No! I swear.
You know what? Some Filipino made this invento.
No!
The fat, maybe.
Yeah.
It's the
Okay.
fat.
Crispy pata.
Then just
It
have
works for you.
chicharon. Sarap. What?
I don't know if chicharon is counted.
Bakit?
Kasi hindi ko kailangan yung gelatinous.
Not the dehydrated fat.
No.
Okay.
I think. But yeah, somebody said crispy pata and I was like, what?
Because my attitude at the time, you know how people get cranky when people tell them, oh, eat this, drink this. Ako talaga, tell me what it is, I'll go get it because I need more milk.
Yeah.
And I tried everything, even garlic. Did you know?
Ah.
Garlic. So I would
Garlic's
mince
good.
that. Yun lang, and then maybe half a teaspoon, and I just put it in my mouth, drink it down.
Okay.
Of course, this is bad for your husband because
Did
when
it
he wants to kiss you, you smell like garlic.
Did it work? Garlic?
You know, at some point, I didn't even know which was working.
You just tried everything. Yeah, that's
everything.
true.
So for me, I couldn't really tell you what worked for me, but it would be the buko juice
Yeah.
and a lot of hot compress. So I would need to put that warm thing on my boobs,
Yeah.
even when I'm not pumping, just to make sure that
It's
I don't know.
there.
I don't know. It helped me, and you cannot be stressed. You really cannot
Yeah,
be
you
stressed.
can't be stressed.
It's so
about
hard pa
this.
naman to not be stressed about
Yun na nga eh. How do you
having no milk. Alam mo yun?
Yeah, that's the cycle of it.
Yeah.
Because you don't have a lot of output and you feel
You
stressed.
think about it.
You think about it and then you compare yourself to others.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that weird thing. So,
Yeah. So, let us know what worked for you guys. You could be helping a mom. You never know. 6310899. Magic, hello?
Hello?
Hi!
Hi.
let me guess, you're not breastfeeding.
Are you breastfeeding?
Of course not.
Boy, pero we were told that you could.
You
Men
could, you
could
could.
produce
Men could
milk.
Yeah, I
help.
know,
Yeah,
I
but
know, I
men
heard
could
that.
also help the wives.
But they can also produce, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you like to know how to produce milk, sir? Hello?
One question. Hello?
Okay, go ahead, go ahead.
Because I have a 3-year-old son
Mm-hmm.
and he's still breastfeeding. So
Okay.
up to what age is it okay?
Oh.
So how old is your son? Sorry?
He's almost 3.
Okay.
He's almost 3.
Yeah.
Well, this is up for debate.
Mm-hmm.
But most people stop at 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But a lot of women now, on demand, if they still want the milk, the breast, then the mothers give.
Yeah.
We've heard stories about
5-year-old, 6-year-old.
Six,
Yeah,
yeah,
6,
5,
yeah.
6.
It actually depends on your wife.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's the
Yeah,
one.
because I also have a daughter. She just turned she's 1 year and 3 months.
Wow.
So she's
So-
breastfeeding both.
So my son never stopped breastfeeding.
So tandem sila.
Yeah.
Oh.
Interesting. Okay.
So I would like to know, is it gonna be is it too much kung kailan lang siya mag-stop, or do I have to cut him or what?
Don't cut him. Oh my god.
That's illegal, sir.
No. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
First of all, how thoughtful of you to ask for your wife.
nga
I
eh.
mean,
Yeah.
how nice, right?
Mm-mm.
And second, does your wife want to stop?
I don't think, parang hinahayaan niya lang.
Okay.
Okay, well, then that's the first thing you should consider.
Yeah.
It's the wife because it's her boobs.
Yeah. And
yo,
she has control over it.
she really does have
Yeah.
control. So you have two
Okay.
things that you need to decide. One is it the baby-led weaning, or you can also step in. But for you to be able to go and answer those questions, one of them, you have to talk with your wife first. Kasi
Okay.
it's also a part in your firstborn's life where he feels territorial about his mother.
Yeah.
And so weaning right now is way more than just weaning. He feels like
It's more like, this is mine.
this is
my
mine.
boob.
And
Yeah.
so it's kind of tricky because you don't want him to feel bad
Yeah.
and feel like,
okay.
you know, nawawala yung mommy niya just because there's a new baby.
Yeah.
So first, ask your wife about whether she wants to wean. And then there will be so many things that you can read up online that will help you do that. You can also get a breastfeeding consultant to help you wean.
Okay.
Really?
Okay.
They will not help you, but also like how to go about it
Oh, okay.
and ask your questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there are so many breastfeeding consultants now. And as a matter of fact, we had Abby here several weeks ago. You can message her and ask a meeting with her and your wife. But first, talk to your wife about it.
Baka ayaw niya.
Kasi
Yeah.
pag gusto pa niya,
Then
let
you
it
can't
be.
do anything. Yeah.
Yeah, and one more question. Kunyari, nag-wean na yung son ko. Ano siya? Is it advisable na mag-introduce sa kanya ng formula or...
I think this is a question for your pedia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
kasi the way that it's being done now is most babies who have been weaned, they now transfer to fresh milk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's the
Because
that's
we use almond milk and pang meals niya and pang cereal, yeah. Almond and nakalimutan ko yung isa may isa. Yun
Soy
siya.
milk?
Rice milk?
Yeah, soy milk.
Soy
yeah.
milk.
okay. You need to talk to your pedia
Yeah,
about that.
I think she would know. She would be the one to give you
because
the
there are certain
instruction.
types of milk that won't be good for a certain age of babies.
Yeah.
So you really need to talk to your wife about the weaning and then ask your pedia what milk to give the firstborn when he has been weaned successfully.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for calling.
Yeah, thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you.
Bye. Aww.
Pero ang galing ng mom, no? 3 years old and she's still...
Tandem.
Tandem, wow.
You know what's... I kind of want a tandem feed.
I think you can eh. I think, you know, you're such a Mother Earth type.
Wait, how will you tandem feed if Olivia's already... You're gonna reintroduce your...
I don't know. Like, I
Does she
just
still
want
want
to
to
try
ba?
it. No, she doesn't want to.
She doesn't
But
want to
I
drink
kind
from
of
the
want her... Yeah, no, she doesn't like...
Kasi you can't...
I know. But once she sees...
Pinilit eh.
Feeling ko once she sees the baby, it's
Ah.
more of like,
Yeah,
that's mine.
that's mine
Yeah.
Alex had that for a while.
Really?
Yeah.
What did you do?
He would be watching us. he would literally sit in front of me
And
while I was
then?
nursing this baby, and he would just look at me and my other boob, and he was like, boob. He was pointing to it.
Yeah.
The free one, right? And I was like, yeah, that's my boob. There's milk inside. And then he said, Dede.
Oh.
And then I said, you want to try? And he hasn't been breastfeeding in a while.
Uh-huh.
And then he was unsure. He was looking at me like, yes. So he said yes.
And he tried it.
He put his lip to it and then he pulled away. Grossed out. He's like, ah.
Yeah.
Like, squirm siya.
I
Yeah,
feel like
tapos
that's
na
what's
siya.
gonna happen to me. Like, I want to try it, but
Yeah.
But
ayaw
kudos
nila.
to you
Yeah.
for having the presence of mind to not say no.
Yeah.
And you just let him come to the realization by
And
make
he's
him,
past
yeah,
that.
make him
Yeah, and he's
decide by
past that,
himself.
yeah.
Because if you said no, he would never have understood how he felt when he finally
That's
true, yeah.
suckled, diba? Ang
Now that you
galing, ah.
now that you say that.
Good
That
job,
makes a lot of
Ricky.
Mama instinct talaga.
Yes.
No? Galing eh.
Yeah, but he had that for a while because he was over it, and then
Uh-huh.
he saw it happen, and he was like,
Yeah.
"Deja vu. This looks familiar."
Yeah. tsaka, hey,
With
Dylan,
a different baby.
Yeah.
that is mine.
So now he understands. He's not interested.
You know, I recently understood how it can be overwhelming for our children to feel the big feelings. Like jealousy and envy. Especially our firstborns where they never had to compete
Yeah.
with anybody.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, you have a secondborn and they feel all these feelings and they do not understand
Yeah.
it. So although you are kind of, as a mother, you're frazzled because instead of one, you have two.
Yeah.
You have to be mindful of the
Yes.
firstborn's feelings. There's so many feelings going on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
is true.
especially Olivia, because there's 3 years. She's used to just her.
Just her.
It being her,
This
I
is
know.
This is gonna be a
I know. So slowly, I'm like trying to make her share because she doesn't share her pillows with me. So I'd be
Okay.
like, can you share it with the baby?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, just put it here, like beside my belly. So okay, you have to share because you're gonna share my boobs, you're gonna share me, you're
Yeah.
gonna
Oh
share
my gosh.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then this is my dilemma lang recently because she goes like, Mom, how's the baby gonna come out of your tummy? I'm like, huh.
That's always a
magic.
tricky one.
Yeah.
No, I said, you know what? When we go to the doctor, you ask the doctor. And then she goes, is she gonna cut you open? Wow! She starts crying. Yeah. I don't know where she got it. But she goes like, I don't want to go to the doctor because the doctor's gonna cut you.
Well, have her talk to me. Okay. Have her talk to me because the doctor cut me 5 times. And I'm still alive.
No, but
Yeah.
what do you say to that? Diba? At 3 for her to understand. I'm just like, I'll tell you when you're older.
Okay, well, for me, if I were you,
Yeah.
because I had the exact same thing. When Cooper wanted another baby,
You told
Yeah.
him how it was gonna happen.
because he asked me like, how does that happen?
Okay.
How do you have a baby in your tummy? How does it get
Yeah.
there? And so now, as a parent, the question is, how do I tell my son about the birds and
Yes.
the bees? And is it time to tell him? You know? And for me, kasi I just want the truth.
Yeah.
Kasi you have to ask yourself, where is the resistance coming from?
Okay.
And if you can identify, so for example, Andy, well, you're kind of afraid for her to look at her thingy.
Yeah, and think of a baby coming out of it.
Coming out. 'cause
Exactly.
She might not be ready.
Yeah.
So I feel like, okay, identify your fear
Uh-huh.
and then address how to say the truth in an age-appropriate manner. I don't know how do you do that? Exactly.
Seminar? Where do you go to learn about that?
Diba?
Right? Where do you go
Kasi
to learn
depende
about
kung anong klase
And
ng
they're so
mom.
young.
Totoo.
They're so
Yes.
young. Pero kasi ako, I couldn't
Sugarcoat it.
imagine
Okay.
telling my son like the stork story. No
Yeah.
way, because it doesn't fit him.
It doesn't.
He will tell me, Mom, that's silly.
Uh-huh.
You know, he's that kind of kid. And so I felt like I needed to tell him the truth in a way that's not scary.
Okay.
And so I told him, it's going to come out of there.
You did, and how
I
did he
did.
take this?
Well, he had a
But he's a guy.
he had a confused
Yeah.
look,
Mm-hmm.
and then he just turned away.
Okay.
He just turned away. Like I don't even want to process this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so happy because it stopped.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'd have to explain.
Yeah,
And explain and
this
explain
girl
and
explain.
keeps asking me every single day.
Because you won't tell her, and she feels that.
Yeah.
I love
Because
that.
I'm like, ask the doctor.
I wonder
Ask
if
the doctor.
I wonder if you just tell them straight up. You're just like, well, you see, this happens and this happens.
Because I've watched those videos where parents have told their very young kids
Uh-huh.
how sex works, how childbirth works,
Mhm.
and it doesn't have to traumatize them.
Yeah.
You don't have to show them pictures of a fully dilated
Yeah.
thingy.
I think
mean,
you just tell them.
Yeah,
You're
you just tell them it comes out of there. When it's time, it's the baby will push itself out, and then we'll have a baby.
Let me try this. Let's see.
can
I
you-
just be like,
can you vlog about
when
this
you're
moment?
older,
Kasi alam mo,
it's gonna come out of there.
how can somebody argue with the truth? You can't. It's the
Yeah.
truth. It's like saying the sun is hot. That's it.
Yeah.
It's the end of all arguments. So,
That's a pretty interesting
We'll see.
question. How do you tell your kids
About the
exactly
birds?
about
Yeah.
the birds and the bees? Magic, hello.
Hello.
Hi. Welcome to the
Hi.
show.
I just like to share my insights on your dilemma.
Okay,
So
go.
I have a 5-year-old girl, and when I got pregnant with my second kid, she was already like 2.5. So
Okay.
when, of course, she got curious, right? So I just told her, sometimes it will come out of mommy down there, and then sometimes the doctor has to open if they cannot go up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the thing is, you cannot underestimate how much they can understand.
Yes.
You'd be
Yeah.
amazed.
Yes.
Yeah, you'd be amazed that they would just take it. Oh, okay, now I get it, and then it will stop. They would stop asking you, and because I heard someone say that the more you resist,
Mm.
they know
Yep.
that you're hiding something.
yep, that's
So
what's
the
happening
more-
to Andy.
Yeah.
And they know that it's something controversial, or they know that it's
Yeah.
something
Or they
serious?
understand that there's a hesitation and you
Yeah.
won't tell them the truth.
Yeah.
Especially
I mean, this
kids
is
now,
also-
they're so smart.
I know.
Yes, and this is also a good opportunity for you to tell her slowly that she has to take care of her body, her private parts are
Oh,
that's true.
this is a good point.
So it's also a segue to that. That's good.
Yes,
That's
it
one
gets
of
a
the-
little bit easier.
I think that's really one of the things that, as a parent, you will have to deal with. The question about sex, the question about childbirth, and second, the question about how to take care of your private parts.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because as soon as my kids knew how to wash themselves, nobody needs to wash that part of themselves
Except for them.
Sila lang talaga.
That's true.
Yes,
Yeah, like Cooper, you know, when we give him a shower, like, okay, time to wash your thingy. And at the beginning, he
Yeah.
didn't know how. But if you do it, of course, you do it every day, they learned about it. Sorry, we forgot to ask your name.
this is Sarah.
Sel. Hi, Sel.
Hi, Sal.
Yeah. Yeah, and also one thing I learned is to tell it the correct way. I mean, name them properly. So with my 2-year-old boy, I tell him it's penis. Especially for us, kasi diba, the wee-wee is the same as the private part and going to the bathroom, right? So sometimes it gets confusing. So just to be on the safe side, when we're washing, I tell him, okay, now it's time for you to wash your penis.
Yeah.
And then you just say it casually without malice, and they don't see any malice in that. I think it's just our fear that they would think that, you know, there's something going on there or saying it incorrectly that makes it malicious.
Yeah, I
see.
think it's just us thinking that it is malicious, but because to
Yeah.
them, they're like they have innocent minds.
Again,
That's
as
true.
adults, we're messed up.
Yeah,
We're already
But you know, my friend, I remember my friend had a nephew who was watching this beautiful actress on TV. And all of a sudden, he goes, I think he was 6 or 5. He told his uncle, like, what's happening down there?
Okay.
He had a reaction to the beautiful girl.
Yeah.
And you have to understand, with them, there's really no malice.
Yeah.
It's just as, you know, it's a reaction.
Yeah.
And so they had to really fight off the urge to giggle
Yeah.
or to make the child ashamed.
Make fun of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just say, oh, it's okay, it'll pass. You know, sometimes that happens. And
Yes.
it really worked for them. Like, they didn't laugh, they didn't giggle, they didn't make him feel like, oh, you shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Turn off the TV. No,
That's so important. No?
That's so important. Like, oh, sometimes that happens. You just be careful. That's it.
So we also have to be prepared adults, I guess, you know.
Ang hirap kasi.
I know. Also, sometimes you're caught in the moment and you're just like, wait.
Yeah.
Nobody gives you a warning.
Nobody prepares you.
Wait.
There's no like Irina or there's no Abby in your head to say, crucial parenting moment. Don't make fun of your child.
Diba? Because your reaction would be like, huy, stop na. Diba? Or something.
Because remember, with them, a reaction, a stimulus is not the same as how we feel it as adults.
Yeah.
Tayo kasi may mali siya talaga tayo.
I think we just have to be like, it's just hard to be calm about it.
Yeah.
And really, you know, just choose your words
Yes,
correctly.
yes. And I guess the more honest you are, the less hard it is for everyone, you know.
Yeah, that's what I feel like. Ako, I believe in that. Just give them the truth. Of course, age appropriate, diba? Just
Yes.
yeah, there's still a propriety attached to it, but
Yeah.
Thank you. If they don't, okay, sige, go ahead.
Oh.
Bye.
thanks,
Okay,
Al. Bye.
Bye. It's 10 o'clock on the dot. Again, we are... Okay, can we close it na? Let's close the breastfeeding.
Okay.
Awkward now. We have a special guest for today. Again, we're going to be talking about cleaning your house, decluttering, organizing. So if you have any questions, you can call us up at 6310899. Or you can watch us online.
Yeah, and saying hi to the people over here on Facebook. Saying hi to Mika Millares, to Ruby Lim, to Ares. Ares. Ares Olim, who said that he's a single dad and
Hey,
he's
single
listening and
daddy.
he's so ready to learn. Saying hi also to Lani Palermo, who says hi to Leia Flor, De Lima, Oracion, and saying hi also to Merly, who wants to greet her baby Andrea a first happy birthday.
Ganda ng name, ah.
Ganda ng
Ganda.
name.
Siguro dapat ang nickname niya.
Andy, diba?
Andy ba? Andy
Kahit I
ba?
or Y pwede.
Andy.
Pero like Andrea, Amanda. For me, these are names with expectations.
Yes!
Well,
Andrea.
dude, you delivered.
Andrea.
And then some, you know.
Andrea.
You gotta thank your mama. I saw your story with your
Yeah.
mom in front of the computer. And biglang tingin, she looks exactly like you.
Yeah.
You got it from your mom.
I think so.
But your dad is also handsome, eh. Your
Yeah, you
dad's
know,
very
everybody
handsome.
compares me to my mom because they see her all the time.
Yeah.
But when you see my dad, you're just like,
I see you too and your
yeah.
dad. Ang
See,
galing.
I look like both of them
Super
the
galing.
most, I think, in the family.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The first one. The panganay.
Kinuha ko lahat.
Are you panganay?
I'm also panganay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well done. Well done.
I have kasi iba ang life ng firstborn. Eh.
Yeah.
There's a lot that makes you different from the middle and the youngest.
Yeah. It's so nice, no?
We should talk
The
about that
science
next
about
time.
everything.
Birth order. We should do that.
It's 10:02. We have our special guest coming up. But first, we'd like to pause for a quick break. Reminding you about One Sound Light that's happening on Saturday. That's tomorrow. Over at Historia Boutique Bar and Resto, Sergeant Esquera, Quezon City. Brysom's gonna be there. Liana Nara, DJ Kota Kutsuma. There's free beer for the first 200 guests, of course, 18 years and above only. For more info, you can follow the official hashtag. It's hashtag OneSoundPH. More of the Mother Show right after this. Don't go anywhere.
We've got that Mommy Magic, the Mother Show on Magic 89.9.
It's 10:16. Welcome back to the Mother Show. My name is Ricky.
I'm Mandy.
This is Amanda.
And
We're still sticking with that. I thought first hour lang.
Okay, tapos na pala.
Tapos na.
I'm Del.
Adele.
I'm back.
Adele. We're complete today, and we have a special guest for today.
Yeah, she actually helped me declutter and organize my stock room, and we're still gonna do a lot of stuff. Like, she's helping me do the nursery because she doesn't only declutter and organize. She fixes the house. Like, she does a little bit of interior design as well. Right? Yeah.
Really?
So she has an Instagram account. It's called Tidily Ever After.
Nice.
Right? It's so cute, right?
Nice.
And she has 2 kids, and she's been doing this for quite a while. So, ladies and gentlemen, we actually have Mica Kanto, who's here with us.
Mika!
Hi, thanks for
Welcome
having
to the
me.
show.
Welcome to the show, Mika. So,
Thank
you know, Andy's a big online sensation, and when she posted your adventures, we were like,
Crazy.
"What?" Yeah. So this is a relatively new concept.
It is.
To
I mean, it's
people.
new in the Philippines.
Yes. Go on.
But it's been around like since the 80s in the States, and it's a very, very big industry also in Canada as well.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's quite new here, and what I'm trying to do is really try to train the moms and the clients that I have. I mean, it's not, the first part of it is really about decluttering and organizing, but I feel that it's more than that.
It is.
It is. Like, I try to understand how they think and how they move within their space. So I try to understand how I can maximize their home to better fit their needs.
Okay. Hold on. When we had Gabrielle, the sleep coach, this
Okay.
was if this is sort of what she was saying also, diba? Now, she can't work with you unless
She knows your life.
She knows
Yeah.
your life, what
Yes.
you do in the
True.
day.
Yes.
And you saying that, this must be like a huge responsibility.
Yes.
Can you tell us what the occupation is exactly?
Okay, well, the beauty of being a professional organizer,
Okay.
organizer is you can be as general or as specific as you want to be. So I have some experience in design.
Okay.
So, a little background, when we were building our home, I was very particular about the built-ins and the cabinetry that went into the house.
Okay.
So I think when my friends come over, they say that it's very organized and everything's in place because I was very meticulous
Okay, yeah.
about the measurements and the flow of the space. Because a lot of times organizing comes as an afterthought.
Yep.
Yeah.
And what I'm trying to do for my clients is make them realize that, yes, I can come in and help you with the organizing and the decluttering, but if you need a rehash of your space or if you want me to redesign it, then I can do that as well.
You know, so we've been traveling, me and my family, and I really understand, like in the Philippines, the homes that are built
Yes.
do not really have a lot of good cabinet space.
Yes.
Yeah, no storage
No
area.
storage. They don't
That's
think of,
true.
yeah, we don't
Yeah.
have storage. We don't have basements. We don't have like even the cabinets within the room. And some of the houses that you see now, they're like small cabinets that
Yes.
prefab,
Yes.
and then salpak, and then that's
Yeah.
it. And like you cannot live like this.
Yes.
So from the beginning, where you were saying you were particular about the built-in cabinets in your home.
Yes. So, I mean, there are standard sizes for racks for dresses and pants. But then if you're a really tall guy, you would need some adjustments.
bigger one.
Or
That's
if you're petite, or if you have size 13 shoes. Like I have a client now who moved in and he had a shoe rack that was built in, but his shoes were so long.
Hindi kasha.
So he had to store them.
I saw this.
Yeah, he had to store them diagonally. So I had to come in.
So what a waste of space.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I had to come in, and I just designed something that was very simple. I provided him a shoe cabinet, but then everything was able to fit. So we were able to do away with all the stand-in plastic bins that he was using.
Yeah.
Because I try to practice a good amount of minimalism and zero waste at home. So if I can avoid plastic,
You would.
I will.
Galing.
Yeah. And that's not something that the average Filipino would.
Yeah.
Right? Like, give me all the plastics.
Actually, so, well, what set you on your journey of decluttering?
Yes.
Because, I mean, in as much as we all want our homes organized, you took it one step further and now offer this service to others. What is it in you? Are you like a Monica Geller type?
Yeah, you could say
Oh. Actually, my first question when
say
I met
that.
her was like, was your mom like this? Like, was she OC that you got it diba,
Yeah.
from her?
I think, well, growing up, it was just, a regular childhood. But then when we got married, our space was only 36 square meters. So we kind of had to narrow down everything to just the essentials. And that's what we brought along. And, it was doing that. And, my husband travels a lot for work. So my mindset was really different. It was, I was always thinking, am I gonna travel soon? What do I have to pack? And I didn't have a maid at that time. So I just had to maintain the space by myself.
yourself.
Yeah.
Which is sometimes better.
Yes. So I find, a lot of times, like now, I have moms who call in and tell me that they don't have help. They don't have a yaya, and they're feeling very overwhelmed with the space. And this is the reason why I'm doing this. I mean, of course, it's a business, but I really, really want to help moms and homeowners just try to get their stuff together.
Yeah.
And it's more than just fixing the things. I find that you kind of have to think about what you want to do within that space, or if if you have goals in mind, if there's a new hobby that you want to pursue.
It extends to life,
Yeah.
right?
So it's really kind of,
It's a
it's an
life thing.
organizing service, but also I'm there the whole time,
Yeah.
the whole session. And it's kind of like a coaching.
Sorry, Andy's nodding rigorously.
Because she was there the whole day
Yeah,
in my house.
Yeah, so it's not my staff who does it. I'm really there, and I really do the work.
Yeah, she
with
carries
you.
the boxes, and after like 6 hours, she's still fresh. That's her talent also.
But I think it's possibly because you enjoy
I really do.
getting rid of trash. Getting rid and organizing.
Yeah.
I noticed this about me, that when my house doesn't need to be perfect or magazine ready.
Yeah.
But I just need it to be clean and organized. And once it is, I feel like a calming effect.
Right,
in
you're
me.
satisfied,
You-
right?
Like
Yeah.
everything is right in the universe.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can handle everything. But when there's so much clutter, I get irritable.
Yeah, because it really, the physical clutter is really a physical manifestation of
Of what's going
what's
on.
going on.
There you go. Parang I don't want to show my house anymore. Like, wait lang, let me organize, diba?
No, but I think that's why also we are afraid to open up our homes.
Yeah.
Because we think on the surface it's just about the clutter, but really we are revealed as to how we live.
And how you think
How
also.
you think.
Yes.
Wow.
And what could be holding you back.
Yeah. So you offer this
Scary.
service
I
to
know, right?
to people. No, kasi para kang, you know what I
Introspect that you're like she's thinking of that one closet in your house that's just
No, because I remember, you're right, in the 80s and in the 90s, I was already watching U.S. TV shows that had a professional organizer
Yes.
come in, like for Queer
Yes.
Eye.
Yes.
You know,
Yes,
that
that's
was
true.
that was our first encounter with that.
Yes.
And we were like, what? You need someone to do that for you?
Yes.
And then somebody professional does it, and you're like, oh my gosh, there's so much to
Yeah,
learn.
like this is possible pala.
This
Yeah.
is possible.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people now, I mean, they get so caught up with Pinterest and how everything looks so perfect. And like you said, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to work. Right?
Okay, that's another calling thing. Okay.
I need to write that.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to
Right.
be perfect.
It just has to work. And it has to work for you.
Yeah.
Because it's your space.
And it's your life.
It's your life.
Yeah.
So what are you doing after the show?
Wait, she's mine first.
Me first. Okay, so okay, Mica. Okay, if you're just joining us, welcome to the Mother Show. It's Ricky, Andy, and Del. We have with us today. You can find her on Instagram, and all her work is there. It's at Tidily Ever After. We have Mica Kanto, and we're talking about organizing your house.
This is a professional
a
organizer.
professional organizer. So it's not just somebody who will help you lift boxes. No,
No.
she'll tell you where things should be and what works best for
Yeah,
what.
for example, like for me, I decluttered my stock room that has been there for like 2 years.
I
diba?
saw this, yes.
As in, like, there's empty bottles, like gasoline for the cars, car parts. And what she did for me was that she organized everything. So this is the car parts of GP. So when she needs it, it's just here and it's just in one box. And she organized like the baby clothes also.
That was the one I saw.
Yeah, this was the one that I didn't want to touch. I was like, okay, maybe December na, diba? Because I don't want to do it. It's gonna take like 1 month for me. And we did it in 1 day.
What?
Yes, and she organized everything. She
Wait,
goes
do you
like,
have a wand?
Tidily Ever After.
You should have that.
That should be your logo.
Oh, a wand.
yeah. No, and she goes like, okay, so she tells my yaya, she goes, yaya, ito yung 0 to 6 month. So kapag December, ito yung lalabhan mo. Ito lang.
Oh.
So it's arranged by month, and I'm like,
And it's also
oh my
easier for
gosh,
you to
yes.
access it when you need it.
Yeah.
So you don't have to get the whole thing out
Yeah,
of
and look for stuff. It's just all there.
You know what? It's so easy to say. And
It's
then
just
when you're
so
face to
hard
face
to
with the
do.
when you're face to face with
Do
the
you do
gabundok.
kitchens? Yes. Kasi you know kaya and
Yes,
I
I love to cook. I love to cook.
love
So
to cook?
yeah.
Yeah, because we moved from a house,
Okay.
a 2-story house,
Okay.
to a 168 square meter
Okay.
condo.
Okay.
And it's hard because a lot of my kitchen stuff,
Mm-hmm.
pantry, baking, everything is just, it's crazy.
Yeah.
You do kitchen
Yeah.
stuff.
Like the one thing I've learned dealing with pantries is I've seen so many expired things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So you can have a basket in your pantry that you can label as eat first. So the items that are consume
Yes.
first or eat first,
Tip.
right? So nothing
Oh
goes
my gosh, right? Bro, that
nothing,
is so true.
nothing goes to waste.
Yeah.
And I really try to keep my recipes very simple,
Simple.
because I have 2 kids. And if you have so many recipes and so many spices,
Yeah,
it's just
where are you
kind of
gonna put
hard. It's kind of hard to like cook while you have 2 little ones chasing after you in the house. And what you can do, if you have a lot of cookbooks, you know how when you buy cookbooks, you only have a couple of recipes that you like.
Yeah.
So you
Yes.
can photocopy the recipes. You can donate the cookbook, and then you can have filing folders. So one for chicken, one for beef, one for pasta.
Look at us. Look at us. Look at the 3 of us. We're like, what?
You can do that. What?
Yeah, so in my house, I actually have an Excel file of all the ulams. And then I ask my kids and my husband, what do you want to eat this week?
Yeah.
And so I have to, give them a variety of chicken, seafood, pasta, rice, and
That's because
and you just tap-
that's my thing
yeah.
now. Like I need to have 10 good recipes
Yes.
that they like, and then it's on rotation.
Yes.
I love it. There's so much hope. I feel hope.
Guys, this is just the kitchen. This is just recipes.
I'm thinking to myself, Why didn't I think of that?
Parang I want to do it right now, right?
I didn't know that was possible.
But your brain really works this way. You're
Look
an
at that. She's trying to figure you out.
Yeah, because this is a perfect example of a brain that we need in each our homes.
Yeah.
Because my second child is kind of OC. I see that. Because when he takes off his shoes, dun sa may door area, he doesn't just take them off. He has to put them together, face the wall.
Okay.
And he did this when he was young pa.
Okay. And my daughter's like that.
And my husband said, babe, you need to develop that because he will be our organizer and
he will be your professional organizer at home.
Yeah.
Maybe you were like that when you were young.
Yeah, I was.
Oh, see?
See, I think you can see it there palang, no? Like the little things.
So you're saying that it's possible to organize, because I love the idea that you're not just organizing these things, but you can also design it in a way that it helps the flow when people are moving in the space.
So I work with a team. I have an interior designer that I love and that I work with. His name is Jello Del Mundo. So we've done several projects together. And we have the same, my aesthetic is modern contemporary, so very clean.
Okay.
But I can work, like I have a client now who has her own interior designer and I'm working with her to redesign her condo.
Oh, so you could have Mica there with you in the designing.
Yes.
So that from the beginning you have all the things you
I didn't know that.
we only met
Sometimes like interior designers will only just do like the normal cabinets, right? But if like
and of course it looks beautiful
and
it's balanced and it's it's exactly how you want it to look. But of course, it's not part of their job to know how many shoes do you have and are you a gym buff? Because I've had a client that had a lot of gym clothes, but then the cabinet space was for gowns, like gowns and trousers. Right? And you don't really need to have gym clothes. So I wanted that's the full suite of services that I can offer.
Okay. So you're talking all about flow, the flow of the house. Is this has come from some sort of philosophy? Is there something that so there's a whole science to it? Sort of.
I guess you could say science, but I don't want to come out like a nerd.
It's fine.
Yeah, but the simple way to look at it is when you enter a space and you see the clutter, even if you want to take this project on by yourself, you can, it's called minimize, maximize, and maintain.
Okay.
So you minimize the things that you have in the room.
Okay.
So you declutter and when I come in, all the stuff really physically passes through me. I see everything.
Wow.
Yeah. So we found a wig, right? We found a wig.
There was a wig in my stock room.
I know.
Who wore it, GP or you?
I think GP before. He was a rock star. Oh my god. Like this was Halloween like 5 years ago.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and we found it. And he goes like, "Do you need this?"
Is that a question you always ask?
Yes.
Do you need this?
Do you need this? And it's more rhetorical. Like you should be asking that yourself.
Yeah.
Like, do you really need this? Do you have space in your life for this?
Oh my gosh, ganun kalalim, no?
Yeah.
But it's true. Like if you haven't touched this thing for 6 months or above, maybe you don't need it.
Yes.
Why do we keep things that we don't need?
Because, a lot of times people...
It just got deep, guys. It just got so deep. I'm sorry. We went there.
No, because I'm sure you have clients that don't want to throw like certain stuff, right?
Even if there's... It's just, so why do
even
we
if it
do
looks
that?
like trash.
Some people have emotional connections to the items and, that's a little bit difficult to deal with. So for sentimental items, I kind of put them together, right? But sometimes, you feel like you've invested so much in acquiring that specific item that you feel if you give away that item,
it's a waste.
All that energy spent and all that money spent is gone.
Yeah.
But you have to understand that the process of you buying that and you feeling so happy buying that, I mean, that item has served its purpose. So after it served its purpose, you can say, thank you for let it go, and maybe someone else will find use for it.
So are you saying then that a lot of these things are just things?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the value we put on those things that make them valuable.
Yes.
And that's why it's also hard for us to cut them out of our lives.
Yes.
Yeah, because for example, I have cards from gifts from Calix's baptism
Oh yeah.
that I've kept in a plastic, and I've kept all these cards from baptisms, from birthdays, but I'm never gonna read them again. But they're all there. They're just there in a box somewhere.
What do we think we will lose if we get rid of them?
They say that when you get rid of stuff or cards, you feel as if you're getting rid of the memory.
The goodness.
But it's really not, because it's all up here,
Yeah.
right? And here.
Okay, she's going to her mind and her heart. Well, we don't want to be too mushy about it, but it is true.
It's true.
That is because when you think about it, it's just a piece of paper.
Yeah.
Well, why do you feel? Why would you throw another piece of paper and keep that for years? It's really the value.
And if it's really so valuable to you, you really wouldn't keep it in a box. I mean, you can, right? It collects dust and it's stored somewhere else. So if it's valuable to you, you want to access it all the time.
So you'd frame it.
Yeah, you can frame it or put it in an album or something, or a book that you can go over with your kids.
You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking like somewhere in a few years, I'm going to accidentally stumble upon this box and be like, "Oh, remember this day?"
But I feel that because when we moved to the condo, I had to get rid of a lot of things, and I found old love letters.
Oh, so this is where it's coming from, Del.
No, but you're right, because it brought up memories of that time in my life that I otherwise would never have access. So, well, what do we do?
You can keep it in a beautiful box and honor the memory that they gave you, and you can keep it beside you or easily accessible.
Away from my husband.
Away from your husband.
Right. That's a great thing. So if it's really that valuable to you, then make it accessible. Put it in a box or an album.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if it's just in a plastic in your storage, get rid of it.
Like a lot of times I have clients who ask me if they can just leave me in their homes and come back after. And I really try to tell them that, I'm there to help you. And if you're not ready to do it with me, the chaos is just gonna kind of creep back in.
Ang galing.
Galing.
And also because I don't know what's valuable to them.
That's right.
What's important to me could, be trash to you.
Yeah.
That's right. So so that's one requirement of yours. If you're going to come in as a professional organizer, you want the owner of the home to be there.
Yes, or someone who's familiar with the space. And I always ask, are you ready to declutter, or what mindset do you have? Because if you're mentally not prepared,
then it's not going to work.
Yeah, then it's not going to work. You have to want some change to have something happen.
Wow.
So, like, okay, I have questions later on. Because, diba, like, the book of Marie Kondo was also Kondo ba?
Yeah, Marie Kondo.
Kondo. Yeah, because it became so popular, right?
KonMari.
Yes, KonMari.
I see that I saw that on my Facebook feed. Like, everyone was reading it.
Yeah. So maybe you can like give us the tips from there, like if it really does work. Because I tried like folding my clothes.
Yes.
The
KonMari way.
Yeah, and after a while, it's just like.
Do you believe in the same thing?
Yes, I do. I mean, I find that her philosophy is very helpful to get you started. I mean, she's done a lot for the industry in terms of people wanting to declutter and becoming more popular. But I find that it's just the first part of the whole process. I mean, I love it. I mean, she tells you that, you only hold on to things that you absolutely love. And she breaks it down into 5 steps. And she focuses on clothing, books, miscellaneous items, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
But I've had a client who has KonMari'd 3 times. Wow. So she called me and she said, I've KonMari'd my whole...
KonMari'd. It's a verb.
I've KonMari'd 3 times, but I can't seem to get any headway with my space. So when I stepped in, granted, she had decluttered a good amount. It was really more about trying to figure out how she got ready in the morning, what job she has, what she does on the weekends during her free time, and putting things together, like creating zones for her. Yeah.
Do you vet your clients before you take on a job?
Well, no, I mean, they mostly come through referrals. And I mean, most of my followers naman are moms, and you can see like their profile. And I always have like an assistant with me. Yeah,
because I wonder, like, maybe there are kinds of people or kinds of projects that might not be you're ready for.
Yeah.
Kasi I'm sure namimili ka rin, don't you?
No, I mean, my main thing is I really want to help.
Okay.
So what I try to do is, before I provide a complimentary consult over the phone, and before the phone call, I ask for pictures of the space.
So this is how you vet, no, the project.
And I try, during the phone call, I ask questions about the space, and I tell them what my action plan is. So if they're agreeable to that,
that's when you come over.
That's when I come over. And they say, I want to book a session, and let's do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have a lot of moms tuned in, and they're
so many questions.
See Kat, who messaged us over Instagram. She goes, I always try to get rid of things, but my husband is a hoarder. Her husband is the hoarder.
Wow.
Doesn't want to throw away cards, even some notes from university. I told him that they've served their purpose and it's all in his memory. And he goes, what if I get amnesia or dementia?
You know
Sobrang
what?
blessed
My
daw.
husband is a hoarder.
Also?
Right? And you know what? I just throw without him knowing. Right? It was like, GP won't know it.
Is that a
Wait, don't say that on air.
He will never look for it until he sees it. Right? Like, they'll forget about
Those
it.
are hoarders are like that.
Yeah, he keeps receipts from like 5 years ago.
Sorry, that cat was that?
Yeah, cat.
Well, tell your husband that if in case he does get amnesia, knock on wood, or dementia, you won't know any better. Then you won't need it.
This is true, Kat. This is true.
That's
Listen
the
to
argument.
Delamar.
That's the counter argument.
But I did have a client who was super ready, like mentally, and just to declutter. She's, I can't breathe anymore. Just come and help me.
Love that.
But her husband was a little bit hesitant because I wouldn't call him a hoarder, but then he was a collector. He collected a lot of things.
Yeah.
So what I tried to do was just assign zones for him.
So that he's not ready.
So all his things you can find here. And
And
if he's not ready, then I don't want to force anyone
That's
to
true.
get rid
Yeah.
of things, right?
Yeah.
Even if it's an old book that's from 20, 30 years ago, if that's really important to him, who am I to say,
that's right.
right, that you need to throw this out?
Right.
So I just assigned a closet for him, and I was so nervous because I was working there while he was at the office.
And you didn't know how
And
he
I
would
didn't
feel.
know how he was going to react.
Yeah.
And I kept waiting for my client's text. I go, please tell me how he feels about this space. And she texted me really late at night. She goes, Mica, I'm so sorry for texting you this late, but my husband is so happy.
Aww.
And I felt I was
Yeah.
so happy. Like you made my week.
Yeah. Because you were able to organize, but still honor what the client wants.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's harder when you're living with other people. I mean,
Yeah.
with my 4-year-old, now she's really embraced the idea of tidying up, which is great because at 4, they can understand. They can
right.
understand. But initially, I really had to explain it to her in their terms.
Yeah.
Yeah, why we needed to have, it more organized for her. So
Okay, this is a good question when it comes to toys. Because
Aye.
is there such a thing as too much toys for a certain space? Is there such a thing as, keeping toys and categorizing toys and stuff like that? This is
That's a good question. I mean, for closets, kasi like per linear foot, there's like a recommended amount of hangers, so it's very specific.
I recommend.
But so that it doesn't look too crowded and too cramped. But
That's all I know.
But
Me also.
I only know crowded
Got
and
it.
cramped in my
but
closet.
for kids,
And it's getting harder to breathe, right?
Yeah.
Yun talaga.
but for kids, I mean, of course, you have to kind of respect their space also. So what I find helps the most is you have to talk to them and you have to try to understand what's important to them. So I have this activity with my daughter. She loves to draw. She's very artistic. But we used to have piles and piles of all her
drawings.
artwork, right? So I have this game with her at the end of like a month. It's a keep or throw game.
Okay.
So I hold the pile in my hand and she's sitting down and she's very quick already. Okay, Talia, are we gonna keep this or throw this? Or she keep, throw, keep.
Oh.
So it's training her.
And it's also her decision.
It's her decision,
Galing.
right?
Yeah.
And So I tried, and I was explaining to her, Talia, this is really the only shelf that we have for these toys. So this is the only bin you have for your Legos. So when she goes to the store, she knows, when I pack away,
There's no space.
There's no more space.
Wow, that's a beautiful thing to impart to your daughter. Because it starts from the buy-in.
Yes.
They hardly think about, where am I going to put this after I bought it?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. And if she wants a new toy, I mean, I have a chart, like a rewards chart. But if she wants a new toy and the space is just too cramped already, then I say, we have to share. So we go through her toys
And donate.
and we donate.
Would you look at that?
Yeah.
So you can train them like that early on.
Yes.
So that they don't become
Well,
clutterbugs.
if
like
Mica was your mom,
Yeah.
I think you follow her.
I would send them to you every
Okay, so if you're just joining us, we have Mica Kanto. She's from @Tidily Ever After. We're talking about organizing and decluttering.
Yeah.
If you have any questions, we're gonna open up the phone lines after the break. So start calling us up 6310899, or you can call online.
Yes, we are also on Facebook. We're live, so you guys can message us there. It's The Mother Show PH, and we are also live on Instagram.
Yes, so listen and watch live through www.magic899.fm. And if you are anywhere, you have friends anywhere in the country, please tell them that the Mother Show is heard nationwide. In Cebu, it's Magic 92.3. In Davao, it's Magic 89.1. In Bacolod, it's Magic 106.3. In Cagayan de Oro, it's Magic 89.3. And in General Santos, it's Magic 106.3.
Who do you think you're talking to? Moms I'd like to follow? The Mother Show on Magic 89.9.
It's 10:52. It's still the Mother Show. You have an hour and 8 more minutes with us. My name is Ricky.
I'm Andy.
My name is Delamar.
Yes, napaisip.
Am I still Amanda?
And we still have, of course, @Tidily Ever After, we have Mica with us today. We've been talking a lot about organizing and fixing and decluttering and what it does to your life in general.
Oh, yes.
Makes you a more happy.
Yeah, and you know what?
Light
It becomes
person.
a lifestyle. Like once she fixed my house, and that's just two stock rooms.
Yeah.
The next week, I messaged her already. It's like, when are you free again? And she goes like, I'm busy this week. I was like, okay, I'll do it alone first.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, so it
No, but
becomes like it's like a mindset. So
Yeah.
once one room is
Yeah.
fixed, you want everything to be organized as well.
Yeah.
So once you start with the rooms and the big stuff, and then I think it boils down to the smaller stuff like your receipts, your documents.
Yes.
So I'm sorry, I'm talking for you.
We've been triggering a lot of people on Twitter. They've been saying they do that as well with their siblings, saying hi to Sasha Purse. They
Hi,
use
Sash.
3 bins. They have a keep, a
Yes.
throw, and a giveaway bin. For
Yeah.
for recycling.
Yes.
Saying hi as well to Ayoha24. We have a question, Kiora, by the way, to Red Sparrow, who goes, how do you prepare a hoarder to have a mentality of decluttering? Sometimes even if you're well-meaning, it leads to an argument. I'm assuming this is your partner. You're not naming names. No, but
Well, hoarding, like when you're clinically diagnosed as a hoarder, it's more of a mental block.
Okay.
Right? So in the States, there are people who are professionally trained to handle hoarders. But when you say hoarders, because sometimes it could be used loosely.
Yeah.
Right?
Right. It's not a clinical type.
It's not a clinical type. So if they send me photos and I see that it's really out of hand, then I try to assess also the mental state
Yes.
of the person.
Okay.
Right? Because it's not just about me stepping in. And there's a reason why the clutter has gotten that bad in the first place.
Like you said, that's the physical manifestation of a mental thing going on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you kind of have, maybe it would help also, along with the decluttering, if they would speak with someone to try to understand
Why you do what you do.
and try to understand how they got to that point.
That's right.
Right?
Gosh.
Yeah.
It's right.
It's funny because you think you're just addressing a space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, you're addressing a whole way of
Yes.
thinking.
Yeah.
And they were saying like there's this one organizer that so in the States you're called either a professional organizer or productivity specialist. So there are different kinds. So you can be very general or specific. So there are some people that just focus on paperwork and processes and they work with companies. So it really varies.
Right.
But they say that it really has to start with your way of thinking.
Yeah.
Because even if I fix the space for you, but you don't understand the thought process behind it,
You're just gonna
it's just
end up
going to
with
end
this-
up the same
That's
thing.
true.
Walang
Yeah.
maintenance.
Yeah, there's
You
no
have to-
maintenance. You have to maintain the space afterwards.
Because you're the one who started the living in that space that's now cluttered.
Yes.
So it has to be you. You're
Yes, I'm there. Like I have a questionnaire, and I try to understand. I ask questions. Yeah, like how were you growing up, and how was the space, like the home you lived in when you were younger. Even if you didn't own the space, how were your parents? Were your parents like this or like that? Because it's how you were trained,
right.
and it's kind of retraining your thinking and seeing your space differently.
I have a question, and this is specific to moms.
Okay.
Because in the last, I would say, 10 years, the products for moms have grown exponentially.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for kids also.
Yeah, but more like even through the first stage of pregnancy.
Meron
15
din.
years
No,
ago, ang
there's
konti
so
nang
many
pwede mong,
things,
diba?
yes.
But now there's so many. Do you see the effect on that in living spaces with your clients?
Yeah, I think like what we were talking about earlier, you really need to be smarter about your choices, even in acquiring things. So it's
In
very
acquiring
in acquiring
things.
things because it's very easy to get caught up in what's the latest
Yes.
sterilizer.
Yes.
Clap for that.
Yung bagong colors.
Yeah, bagong colors or the new carrier. The new carrier that's not going to break your back, or this new bottle that is
Yes.
ergonomically
I
designed.
think it's not just for moms. It could just
Yeah.
be also for like fashionistas, diba?
Yeah.
Like the new bag, the new shoes, everything, or even people who love gadgets.
That's right.
Everybody.
And this is what we were talking about off air. We always teach our children to live within their means,
Yes.
like financially. But it's also true that you have to live within
your
the limits
physical,
of your
yes,
space.
your physical space.
I love that the word you've been using.
It's finite.
Finite.
It's a finite space.
Our space is finite unless you have a hacienda somewhere and
Yeah.
you can
But
live.
it's still finite.
It's still
It's still
finite. And no matter how big or how small the space gets, if your habits are the same, you're gonna
Yes.
fill it up.
Yes.
Wow.
So I mean, if you go shopping, you can, for every 3 blouses that you get, then you can, probably donate whatever.
Yeah.
If your space is really, really cramped.
Yeah.
I mean, I find that a lot of times people will buy more storage items to keep the things, and it just piles up
Yes.
more and more,
Yes.
right?
Kasi parang it's like
Yeah.
there's a vacuum, let me fill it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right? Oh.
This is the problem that I have every time I fix my closet. I always look at what I've pulled out, and I'm like, where am I going to put it, or where am I going to donate it?
Yeah.
That's always my problem.
Yes.
I put some things aside, but then it's there for weeks because I have nowhere to give it or put it or place it.
Andy didn't have a problem with that. But I know that Caritas Manila actually
Okay.
picks up items,
Yes.
even old furniture that still works.
Oh, really?
Because
Yeah.
I've used them twice.
Yeah.
So they will go, and I used to live in Fairview. They
Okay.
went all the way
Yes.
there with a big van because I was donating futons
Yes.
and
They will
boxes.
pick up furniture. I
They
mean,
will.
granted that they're still, they're not broken or damaged.
Yung pwede
Yeah.
pang ayusin,
Yeah.
pwede pang gamitin. They will do that.
And they give it to...
They use it in
They
their work.
use it.
Yeah, especially
Nice.
after ampong, diba?
Yeah.
There's a lot more need for clothes, for
Okay.
stuff like that.
Yay.
For
Okay,
toys.
because sometimes that's what sometimes I'm also afraid of, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you put aside stuff and there's no place to donate it. Like
Yeah.
you don't know where,
Yeah.
right? So Caritas
That's
is
my
one. So if you
problem.
guys if you're listening and you have a place where whether it's toys, clothes, furniture that accepts donations, you guys can message us and let us know.
Yeah,
Of course, you need
Because
to know these organizations
Yeah.
because sometimes they're not organizations.
Yeah.
People who are into buying and selling,
Yeah.
But
let's make sure they're...
you have to vet them
legit.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's 11 o'clock. We have Mica here from @Tidily Ever After. We're opening the phone lines to certain questions that you might have, because she's, we've been talking about her whole philosophy of organizing and, keeping things nice and clean, and what is the term? The space has to work.
Yeah.
The space
Yeah.
has to work for you.
Yeah, I actually wrote it down. She said it doesn't have to be perfect. It
Yeah.
just has to work for you.
The space. If you want tips.
I'm saying hi
Tips.
also to my mother-in-law. Hi, Wawa.
And
Hello.
also, didn't you also say it doesn't need to? What's that? Naku, nakalimutan ko na. Never mind. No, it doesn't have to be... What was your...
It doesn't have to be perfect. It has to just work out for you.
No, you said something about the things that... never mind. It'll come back to you. Don't worry.
It's okay, mama brain.
Okay.
Ang dami kasing realizations.
Yeah.
And this has been happening to us, like, on the show.
Yeah.
When we have speakers who speak on their certain specialty, it seems to always make us think about our lives and like, oh my God, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, you're right. And we start to realize that kailangan namin ng time to like stop talking, digest, reboot the brain so that we can learn what we needed to learn from this conversation and apply it in our homes.
My favorite quote is by this guy Joshua Becker. So he has this website called Becoming Minimalist, and he differentiated decluttering and minimalism. So decluttering is all about getting rid of the stuff that you don't want. And minimalism is discovering how little you actually need.
I love that. Can we please? I need to tweet this.
Is that one of those two people who made that documentary?
No, he's a different guy. Yeah,
Different guy.
different
Okay.
guy.
Because I watched the
Yeah, I did too.
kasi grabe sila,
On
no?
Netflix, right?
Hardcore
That's
minimalist.
And I feel because a lot of people say, oh, I'm not ready to embrace minimalism. And the way I see it, it's just a way of thinking. It's not rigid. Like you can apply that in different parts of your life.
Yung intensity, you can adjust it.
And you can be
ganon.
minimalist in terms of your shopping, or minimalist in terms of like, how you shop for your pantry, different things.
For your children.
Different
For
things.
grocery.
Yes.
Oh, the
Different
grocery.
things.
Yeah.
Different things.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's 11:02. We have a question off of Facebook from Jeannie, who goes, "Hi, I have a question. My 4-year-old daughter has piles and piles of used crayons.
Okay.
The reason for this is pag nabali na yung crayon, she doesn't want to use it anymore.
Okay.
So she goes, my dilemma is there another way of making use of these used crayons?
You can actually make art with her. You can get an illustration board and tape the broken crayons on the top.
I know this.
Yeah, right?
And
On
you
Pinterest.
burn
And
it.
you burn it,
Yeah,
right?
and
You
then
can
it
do
drips.
that, and it drips. And you can actually melt them together and put them in molds, in different shapes, and they become crayons again.
It's like she's on she's like Pinterest, right? It's just like live.
She's like Google. Yeah.
That's also like amazing because what happens is when we train our children to get rid of things that are broken,
Yeah.
it's
okay to
bleeds
use
out,
again, yeah.
and it bleeds out into other parts of our lives.
Yeah.
But when we address that, just because this is broken doesn't mean you get to throw it away.
Yeah.
Find a use for it.
Find a use for it.
It's it sounds like it's a simple, not important thing, but really you're addressing a lifetime
lesson
to your child,
Yeah.
diba? Kasi ganun din yung mga kids ko eh. So I end up buying
new stuff for them. That's true.
and also like the blue color is always the first one to get used up because they like color blue, and that you buy the whole set.
Yeah.
Sana crayons can be bought ng per piece.
Per color.
Somebody should think about
Very
that.
specific.
Because if your child is a girl and she likes purple or pink, that's the first one that gets used up. We should do that. Somebody create a crayon store.
Talking about it, we're going to do it.
Oo nga pala. That's our business.
Yeah. It's going to be our business.
Right, 'cause
per crayon.
crayon.
Per color.
There's actually so many things that you can organize. Like, for example, just your bag alone.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yes.
Like I bring around a small bag, and a lot of my friends can't figure out like what I put inside. But then I only have my wallet, my phone, and like a small kikai kit. That's it.
I have.
It's really
Well, me also.
Mica, then that's a question. Have you organized a makeup place? Like somebody's makeup
yes.
and perfume?
I want to know your philosophy on that. Like, how did that turn out?
Because, admittedly, all women will say, I have so many shades of a lipstick that I don't,
I think it all boils down to asking the same question. I mean, if you haven't used the shade, if you feel like it doesn't look good on you, you're never gonna wear
why
it.
do you have it?
You're never gonna wear it, even if you mix and match the colors. But at the end, there are some lipsticks that don't make you feel
Yes.
like you look good, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's
yeah.
just sitting there.
Yes.
Sayang because I spent this much, and it's just looking at you.
I got that with you remember when Stunna came out?
Yeah.
The Fenty.
Yeah.
I bought that red thing. I only used it once.
Did you?
Yes.
You got the red one.
Yeah, I got it in the States. Never used it after one time. And it's just there.
So what do you do with like the used makeup?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Well, if it's past its expiration,
You gotta
you
throw it
have
out.
to throw it out.
What's the expiration of
There are
makeup?
different.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
you
know,
know-
I just recently learned about
Me
this
also.
expiration
Yeah.
of makeup.
So, you
There are
know,
different.
I don't know. Do you know Jeffree Star?
Yes.
Okay,
makeup
so
artist.
the makeup
Yeah.
artist. So he says this is his recommendation. You can check him out. He's a big YouTuber. So he says that
Jeffree Star?
Jeffree
Yeah.
Star.
Okay, not
So-
Patrick Star.
No. This is Jeffree. Patrick is Asian, diba?
Yeah.
So Jeffree is very
Okay.
white.
Very white.
Very white. What did he say? So he says with some of your makeup stuff, you can use it well beyond the
Yes.
expiration. But some you cannot because it will damage
Yeah.
your skin.
Stuff that isn't exposed to air.
To air, right. But he has two specific products that he says it's okay if you use it, you know, a couple of months after. Kasi, okay, for those
Months
who,
lang eh, no?
to the uninitiated, when you buy your makeup, there's always a little symbol at the back of a container being
Yes.
opened, and it
Yeah.
says there
The
2M,
number of months.
the
Yeah.
number of months that
Number
you
of
can
months.
use it.
Yes.
So, for example, those primers,
Yes.
they're like 16,
24, yeah.
18 to 24
18 to
months.
24, yes.
So, my friend said, then you have to put a tape. So, you know, when you opened it
Yeah.
and
Yes.
when it's up
Yes.
for throwing away. Because sometimes, even if you know it,
Do you do that, Mika?
No, because I kind of remember when I got the item.
Yeah.
Grabe!
Iba yan. Iba yan eh.
Ay, nako! Yeah!
Ibang level to ah.
No, and my makeup, I mean, I don't really wear a lot of makeup also.
Yeah.
So it's,
Yeah.
no, I mean, because so I just have a few lipsticks and I just have one foundation. Yeah, so I try to
How
keep
do you
everything.
do that?
Yeah.
I try to keep everything very minimized.
How do we get wired like that?
No, you know, because they also come up with these products that we don't need.
Yeah.
And we feel that
We think we
To
need
try them
think
out.
we need to
Try
either
them out.
try them out
Yeah.
or we need them in our lives
Yeah.
to feel
But
better.
you know what? If trying them
Totoo.
out and buying them will make you feel happy for the day, then go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. But if you find that it doesn't work for you, then there's no point in keeping it.
Ang galing.
I'm not saying that you can't buy anything and you know, parang no more spending. No, it's not that. It's really trying to find a balance.
Yeah.
Trying to find a balance and just kind of, you know, go at things more, you know,
Aware. You
conscious.
see, yeah, you need
Or
to
like
very
give one
conscious.
away and then buy one.
yeah.
Balance, diba? I love that.
It's 11:08. Clarissa has a question off of Facebook. What if I don't know how to organize the stuff in my mind, so I can't organize my stuff physically, and we don't have storage space in cabinets? Like, where does one start
That's a good question.
their
Galing.
journey towards a better life, so to speak? Gets.
When I enter a home, I try to understand what area gives them the most grief. So I think that's a good way to start. And you can start small because you don't want to feel overwhelmed. So if
Okay.
it's just one drawer or one small bag in that room, then any progress is better than nothing at all.
Okay.
And I think it's like what Andy said. Once you start in a small space and you see
Yeah.
the difference
Yes.
it brings, it bleeds out into other
Yes.
rooms,
Yes.
other areas. But you
Yes.
need to see it work in a small space.
Yes.
Especially if you're like, I suppose by the time that people call you, they have reached their limit of what they can
Yeah.
take, diba?
Yes.
Parang, ayoko na nito, tapos na.
Yeah.
I need
like,
help.
I
give
can't
up.
do it anymore.
Yeah.
I can't do it anymore.
What is usually the space that most people say bring them grief? Is it closet space? What is it?
It really depends on what they prioritize. It really depends because you have some people who shop a lot, so the rest of their house can be really tidy and organized, but when it comes to the closet,
Boom!
yeah, it really depends
Yeah.
on what
Your
what you
lifestyle.
spend time on.
And that's
Right.
why your service is also very specific.
Yes.
So it's not a one-size-fits-all
No,
kind
it's
of
not.
thing. You
It's
need to
not.
come in and know the
Yeah.
person and how they
Yes.
move around.
Yes.
Ah.
I need that in my life. I need that.
See, a lot of people are saying we'll try KonMari soon. Soon.
Do you recommend renting storage spaces?
No, not at all.
Okay, can you tell us about storage spaces and why this is not
Del,
part of your
don't you
philosophy?
have, right?
If you have, I don't recommend having storage just to store more clothes.
Oh,
more,
that's right.
yeah, like an extension of your closet.
Yeah.
But if you have things from, let's say, from your mom or your dad, and your condo, it just can't accommodate the things, like the stuff that you've inherited and that have some value to you, then you can keep them there. Or things that you don't use regularly.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't recommend getting another condo just to keep your
stuff.
clothes and
Yeah.
have it as an extended walk-in closet.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because it's just it extends the
Yeah.
problem.
Unless it's like a really tight space and it's part of your job that you need to
Keep those things.
those things. Yeah.
Wow.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I'm thinking about all the rooms in my house that I'm gonna attack later.
Well, I love the username that you chose for your business.
Yeah.
Tidily Ever
It's
After.
actually
very nice.
Because I think we're also consumed with happily
Yes.
ever after, but happy is not achievable if your space is like a mess.
Yes.
Yes.
Diba? So you
Yeah.
also need to be tidy.
Yeah, and like my tagline is always, I'm here to help you find your own Tidily Ever After.
Oh, that's
Because
really
not
good.
everything works for everybody.
That's
You
really
need
good.
a wand.
Yeah,
You need a wand. That's your logo.
And then when you come into a house, you should be wearing a. Just kidding.
No, tsaka may ano ka, pipiti-papiti. Galing.
Tidily Ever After. It really affects the way we think and
It really
how we
does.
feel. The
It
space
really
that
And
we
it's
live in.
it's a softer approach, I feel. Right? I mean, like Tidily Ever After, it's not
Too
so
heavy.
rigid
Yeah.
that we have to do this and you have to get rid of this stuff. It isn't about that. So if you have, I have some moms who say I don't get to spend so much time with my kids because I have to clean up after them or just the house is a mess. And I try to understand what's important to them. If you want to spend a lot of time with your kids, then that's the space. The space is there already, right? Use the space
to achieve.
to spend time with your kids
Yeah.
rather than keeping stuff,
Right.
right? Like mounds and mounds of
Yes.
things.
Yeah. That's
Because a lot of people say, "Oh, there's more space. I can keep, I can buy more things." And
ang dali kasi to just
Yeah.
fill those with new things
but
to
it
buy.
it isn't
No.
about that.
Okay, so I have a question before anything else. Is it like advisable for moms to have their children parang pack away their own toys so that they know that less toys is better? Do you know what I'm getting at?
Yes.
Like if you have the responsibility of putting them away, then you won't be too
Yes.
parang out there when it comes to buying.
Yeah, I think that you really have to get them involved. I
Okay.
mean, I think that's the key. Whether it's tidying up or helping around the house, as early as 2, 3, they can have simple chores. So what I did for my daughter, she has her Legos and she has her LOL dolls and all these things. So what I did, they were plastic, but they were hard plastic that wouldn't break, and I just printed the labels, the logos of the toys, because at that time she couldn't read yet, and I stuck the stickers on the containers and the bins, so she already knew like where to pack them away.
And I think your example earlier on, your story was, we can buy this toy, but you need to either donate another one so it can take the space.
Yeah.
Yes.
Galing. It really is a lifelong lesson that they can. No, because it's a problem.
Yeah.
This consumerist economy
Yes.
we have where we buy,
Yes.
and we have nowhere to put it.
Yeah.
And we're running out of space in our own homes.
Yes.
It's
Yeah,
crazy.
And the other day she was looking for a toy and she said, "Mama, did you throw it away?" And I said, "No, I don't throw anything away. You're the only one. Like you're responsible for your things and you decide. Right? You decide what goes."
What did she say?
She said, "Okay." I said, you have to look for it. So she eventually found it.
Oh my gosh, a cute,
I know.
a cute.
So we have Mica Kanto here. She has the Instagram account of Tidily Ever After. She has like tips on her account as well. So if you guys want to follow her. But you know what? We've learned so much here in the show. Like, what can the listeners take away from this?
If
Like,
there's
what-
one thing.
Yeah, or like
Oh.
what are like your last few tips for everybody
A tidy
who wants
house.
to
Something
organize,
simple.
declutter?
Something simple that they can think of.
I think you can look at the space that bothers you the most and just think about minimize, maximize, and maintain. So it's very
Minimize,
simple.
maximize,
Minimize, maximize, maintain. Minimize by getting rid of the things that are either super broken that you can't fix anymore or things that don't serve serve you, don't serve your purpose, and then you have to learn how to maximize the space.
Yeah.
So is that space supposed to be a playroom? Is it an office? Is it a place for
Your
eating?
living room.
Yeah, your living room. So you kind of have to identify that. And the last part is the maintenance. So that's where I kind of come in. I mean, like, you have to have a system in place and have zones. Like, this is the area for the toys. This is the area for the books, so that everything isn't scattered.
Right.
So when your kids are playing after playtime, they know exactly where to
go.
put them.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
We thought it was just about, decluttering, but apparently
No.
it goes so much more deeper than that. And
Yeah.
it touches a lot of things like our mental state, how to impart these lifelong lessons to our children.
And how, like, an organized home affects you.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, wait, sorry. My last minute call. Magic, hello?
Hi.
Hi.
Just tuned in, so I was very interested about the topic.
Okay.
So,
Sorry, what's your name, sir?
I'm Mike.
Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Good morning.
Yes. So, me and my fiance, so next year, mag-move in na kami sa condominium.
Congratulations.
So, move in na kami sa new house, small condo. So, what are the, ano pang kailangan kong gawin to start para hindi cluttered yung home? So,
Wow.
para ma-avoid ko yung
Wow,
mess
great.
and bugs.
That's a great question.
I think it's really easy when you move into a new space, because from the get-go, you can try to identify already what's important to you that you can bring along. So, for your appliances, if you have coffee in the morning and you have, your rice cooker and the pots and pans, and then for your clothes for the office, you can try to identify already, like, if you are long sleeve shirts or trousers, how many you need, so you don't accumulate a lot of things. Yeah. And you can also try to see the built-in cabinetry that's there and measure the space. So see where you can store your shoes and your trousers or your wife's clothes. And it's really trying to figure out the finite space that you're moving into rather than bringing everything in.
Yeah.
Do you have kids already? Wala pa.
Mike, do you have kids?
Okay, I think you have to make space if ever you do have kids.
Because they will overrun your life
Exactly.
if you let them.
If you let them.
If you let them.
Yeah, this is true.
So I
Good
think,
luck, Mike.
Good luck.
Yeah, may question ako about cabinets. So, actually, nung nakita ko na yung space, may mga cabinets na.
Okay.
I don't know kung magdadagdag pa ako or magpapawas eh. Kasi from yung parents' house ko ngayon, na nakatira ko, we have a lot of cabinets. But
Okay.
parang there are spaces for me to be more, parang lagyan ng basura. So, I'm not really sure if I'm gonna add more cabinets to the new home or magpapawas pa ako to avoid problems.
I think you can work with what's existing and then see, moving forward, see how you can edit the space. As both of you live together, because right now you aren't living.
You don't know
Yeah,
yet
you don't
how
know
your life,
like how you interact and how much space your wife will need versus yours, and normally it's not half.
same.
Yeah, it's not the same. So
it's
she'll
not.
probably get the bigger closet, and you'll have to buy another one. Yeah.
So true.
Right? But these are like the newlywed nuances that you'll really only figure out once
When
you're
you're
living
living.
with her.
good
Not
luck.
to scare you, Mike, but there's a lot to deal with.
Yeah.
Wala ka pa dun. Just wait for it.
But just be
Okay.
prepared.
Yeah.
I'll take note of that. So,
Mike,
I'm on track.
Mike.
Actually on my way to pick her up. So, for sure.
Very nice.
Yeah, and you know what would help if you would actually talk to her and see if the existing space is enough for her. Because if she says it's not enough, then you'll need
Kawawa
additional
ka.
storage.
Yeah.
Think small, Mike. Think small.
Minimalist.
Okay.
thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Bye. It's 11. Biglang ang daming tumawag.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mika. Magic, hello.
Hi, hello.
Hi, good morning. Who's this?
Matilda.
Matilda.
Oh, hi, Matilda.
Welcome back to the show. What's up?
Yes. I just would like to ask a question to your visitor. Nagconduct kasi ako ng decluttering on our stuff, particularly sa clothes.
So we have clothes that no longer fit us after having 2 kids. Well, eventually, I'm half-hearted to sell them kasi baka bumalik pa ako sa dati kong size. Pregnancy.
We're laughing because we all have the
Yes,
same.
we do.
Yeah.
We do.
We have articles of
Yeah.
clothing somewhere there.
I have a mustard dress that I have not worn, and I feel like I can still get into it.
Ako
Save
rin,
it for
yung
later.
jeans ko before my first pregnancy was like a 0 or 32.
My goodness.
Now I'm like, wait lang, hindi na siya sa legs ko.
Hi, Matilda. I actually had a bin also that I stored all my pre-pregnancy clothes, right? And it took a while. To be honest, it took a while for me to kind of let go of them also. But I realized it wasn't so much the clothes that I was thinking
to keep.
about. It was more of the idea of me and my body and how I looked like and how comfortable I was in that body before I had kids.
Oh
But
my god.
you know, if
I know.
right, but
Can you give a number to the word a while? I mean,
How long was your a while?
a while.
Yes, a while. Was
They
it-
were clothes from my first daughter, and I had my second one, and I was like, no, I can still fit into these.
So mga
about
2 years.
2
You
years.
kept it bin for 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years, and I would try them on, and they didn't want to fit my thighs anymore, and they didn't want to close, and I realized it was because I was so caught up in how I looked like before, but then I have my son, and I'm so happy, and I decided to just let it go, and if I ever get back to my pre-pregnancy weight, then I can treat myself to something that's more up to
There.
date.
It's
Wow.
new, right?
Yeah.
In one story, there's so much that you have imparted.
I know.
No, but it's true. We really long for the girl that we were.
Yeah.
So that's why maybe we hang on to it.
Yes,
no?
don't get us wrong. We love being mothers.
Yeah.
Hence the show, right? But there's a part of us that kind of long for that.
And
20-something.
and you remember, like, I wore these jeans when I was
Sorry.
Back in the day.
No, but it's true. That it's really the idea. The clothes, they're incidental.
But parang thinking about it, letting those clothes go, you have to also let go of that image of yourself,
because
right?
it's not you anymore. I mean, you're a better person. You're a mom now.
Yeah.
You have better things in your life, and the clothes are just a reminder of how you were before, and you'll always have those memories.
I think what you should do also, Matilda, because like for me, like my clothes before is still mixed with the clothes that I have now. So I think it's better to put it in a bin.
Yes.
And at least like slowly let go from your cabinet. And then once the bin is there, at least it's easier to like donate
And
it.
if you
halfway
haven't-
house.
Yeah, halfway na. At least you're halfway there.
You're there.
Yeah.
Actually, my yaya kept on complaining, ate, kailan mo i-belt?
Baka naman may gusto siya.
May gusto palang bilhin.
But Matilda, thank you for your question.
Thanks,
I mean,
Matilda.
I hope it helped.
I have a question though.
Okay, go ahead.
Can you recommend people who can sell it for you, or time is of the essence. So my hands are full with 2 kids. So yes, I did the decluttering, but the disposing was
It's a
kind of
problem.
hard
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah, see, that's
I was
my problem.
working
Sometimes, I mean, in
Yes,
villages, you can actually start like a garage sale. Like I know where my dad lives, they have a quarterly garage sale. It's just held in the park, and everyone sells their stuff there. So you can start that. You can have one like in your building.
Yeah.
When I used to live in a condo, and I would just sell the items at the lobby. Like ask for permission, or if you have a house, you can sell them in your garage. I mean, you'll have to allot probably like a day, and you'll have your yaya to help out. Right?
To man the store.
To
But
man
you
the
know,
store.
I saw a celebrity who was selling off some of her clothes and her luxury bags. Of course, these are celebrities.
Yes.
But there are accounts on Instagram
Yes.
now that's what they do.
Yeah.
They help you sell your stuff.
Actually, on Facebook. Yeah, there
Yeah.
a lot of
Yes.
Facebook also.
So
like
what's the
there's-
search word that we can use? Do you know?
Let me go check. But there's a lot of groups where you can sell your bags, your clothes, even kids stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have
like
a
Madami siya, just
Manila
research like
furniture.
Manila Furniture, Expats Club.
Yes.
Yeah, that's where we
Okay.
got a lot of our things.
Yeah.
but that's furniture.
But
They
there
also
are
have baby stuff, I think.
Yeah.
and clothes. Alam ko clothes and
Clothes.
bags and shoes.
Yeah.
So just, I think they're all available on Facebook. Just find the one that's nearest your home.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
Thanks,
you so
Matilda.
much.
Thanks,
Bye,
Matilda.
Matilda.
Thank you.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.
It's 11:26. There you go. Thank you so much, Mika, once again, for sharing all of your thoughts and your philosophies.
And as we
Another
have-
eye-opener.
I
Yeah.
know. As we have found out, we always think we're just gonna discuss this thing on top.
Yeah.
But it always happens that there's always a root, and it's always us at the
Connected.
bottom.
Yeah.
I know. You know that problem you have with your space. It's not that's not the problem.
It's you.
Let's look into what you do on a daily basis.
But thank you. It's really eye-opening.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
And it's nice that your philosophy respects the client. You're not
Yeah.
imposing anything on someone. You're actually just helping them achieve what
Yeah.
they want in their own space.
That's right. So again, if you want to get in touch with a professional organizer, you can get in touch with Mica Kanto. Can you tell them how?
You can follow me on Instagram. I'm at Tidily Ever After.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see my work because I want you to see how I work.
See it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, see it. And if it works for you, if you feel it's something that is for you, then you can get in touch with me there.
Book a session.
Through
You
DMs.
can book a session.
Yeah, through DM.
Very nice.
But also, if you're having a housemate,
Yes.
Yeah.
and just like Mike, who called us earlier, moving
Yes.
into a new condo,
Yes.
you also offer the service of helping
Yes.
them start off,
Yes.
right?
So I work with an interior designer. I can work with your preferred interior designer also. But that's where I would like to come in. Before everything else
Gets
gets lost in the closets and yeah.
Before the clutter, actually.
Yeah.
This would be a great thing for newlyweds,
Yes.
or for couples moving from condo to a
Yes,
house,
or people just looking to remodel their spaces.
That's right, yeah.
Because they've outgrown their house and the kids have
Yeah.
outgrown the space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you
Very
go.
nice.
It's all on Instagram. You can DM her and maybe. Ang galing. So your step is you have a questionnaire first.
Yes.
There's a question and answer also. You call them.
Yeah.
And then you
She
tell
needs to
them
see
the
pictures.
I need to see
pictures of your
photos.
house.
Yeah.
And then she will recommend a plan of action.
Yes.
And if you guys are amenable to
Yes.
that, then you proceed to actually
Yes.
doing the project.
Very
Great.
nice.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mika.
Thank
we
you so
appreciate
much.
it. Thank you for your time.
Thank you also.
Again, it's at Tidily Ever After. It's 11:28. We will be back with more of the Mother Show right after this. Don't go anywhere.
We've got that Mommy Magic, the Mother Show on Magic 89.9.
Okay, sorry. It's 11:39 on the clock. We're still with you all the way until 12 noon. But really quickly, we want to say hi to everybody tuned in via Twitch, via the Magic website as well, which is magic899.fm. And
Yep.
also to Magic Nationwide.
Yeah, saying hi to everybody listening in Cebu City 92.3, Davao 89.1, Bacolod 106.3, Cagayan de Oro 89.3, and General Santos 106.3.
There you go. So
Hello.
that's Mika. We just said goodbye to Mika.
I know.
Again, if you were interested in the topic and you want to get her to professionally organize your
Yeah,
home, your
That's
space,
it.
just get in touch with her over Instagram. It's at Tidily Ever.
Yeah, or even just be inspired on how to
Yes.
organize your house.
Because that's
right?
what happened to you. She
Yeah.
did the baby clothes and everything. And
Yeah.
then next thing you know, you're doing it on your own.
I know, cause my friend was also my friend did it first, and she sold a lot of her stuff, and she said, it's really a lifestyle change, because you can't just organize and then
Yeah.
just live the way you were living.
That's
Yeah.
right. Because you end up in the same
Yeah,
point.
and you have to really be involved. Like, she can't just come into your house and she'll do everything for you. You have to be there also. So she knows, or parang she knows what you need and what, how it will be afterwards.
That's right.
So what happens also when she came into my house and she was asking all my yayas and all my help, parang so paano nyo fino-fold yung comforter ni
Ganun
ma'am,
din,
ganyan.
ganun
Yeah. So, and then she taught them how to fold a comforter. And then she told me, you know what? You can actually buy bags for your comforter. And you put like a picture in them.
Yeah, so you
I was
don't
like,
have to.
good idea. Because sometimes, diba, it's just like in a plastic bag, diba?
right.
When after the laundry.
Yeah,
or,
yeah,
you know.
You never even take it out of the
No more
plastic.
na.
Yeah,
diba?
you don't now. You just leave
put
it there. Yeah. So
Yeah.
she goes like, so you don't, so you don't use plastic anymore. Just buy a bag, and so when you launder it, you just
bring
bring
it
the bag
there.
again.
They can
Galing,
launder
ah.
the bag there together.
Yeah.
And then, you know what I found? What show was that? So it's about beddings, right? So sometimes you're in the mood for black
Yeah.
or brown or white. So what she did was to use one pillowcase to encase all of the things, like the fitted sheets and the blanket inside a pillowcase, so that you see the design from the outside, but it's organized and
It's
they're all
all
together.
inside,
They're
that's
all
correct.
inside. So, kasi diba when you're changing your beddings, gusto mo bagay lahat. Unless you're one of those people na mix and match. But what she did was to put everything, the fitted sheets. The
So
other
rather than having all the pillowcase together and fitted
No,
sheet,
yeah.
no, it's just in one set.
So that when
One
it's time,
pillowcase.
so that when it's time for you to change the beddings and you feel like, oh, I want to use the gray one today, then you can see it, pull it out, and everything will be there. Kaleng, diba, these people, they really spend a lot of time and effort to come up with a system that makes it easier for us.
And then they won't make you like that, but they'll teach you how to maintain that.
Yeah.
Right? And that's the important thing.
It's how to maintain.
It's how to maintain.
Minimize, maximize, maintain. Yun yung mantra ni Mica, diba?
Galing.
Puro M. Yeah. M for Mica.
So again, if you want to review all of the tips and all of the pointers, this entire episode will be up on our YouTube channel, Magic 89.9's YouTube channel, just in case. It is 11:43. I really wanted to do this since last week. We're gonna be giving away a travel bidet. Because we want to say a quick thank you to the guys over at Klook for having us last weekend.
Oh yeah, thank you so much.
that was fun.
Yeah.
That was our first event. The three of us.
I know. So thank you for having us. We had such a great time talking like we normally do.
And then we were like, all right, how much time do you have?
Yeah.
And they thought we would want to have less time.
Yeah.
But Andy was saying, no. You need to tell us when to stop talking.
Yeah.
complete opposite.
I mean, it was so hard to stop yourself from trying to not talk or
Yes.
expand or
edit
explain.
yourself.
yeah, but thank you so much, Klook, for having
Thank you.
us.
Thanks, guys.
We hope that you were able to get some travel tips
From the moms.
from the moms. But we want to know what your travel tips are. So later on, we'll open up the phone lines after this last break. We'll open up the phone lines. You can call us up, give us a travel tip.
Yeah,
that
because this
you
is
might
one
have.
of your travel tips,
Yes,
right?
yes. Because my travel tip was have a travel bidet. So call us up, give us a travel tip that you want to impart to us and to the rest of the listeners, and we might just hook you up with a Hygo travel bidet. That's all coming up right after this break. It's the Mother Show. Don't go anywhere. This is Magic 89.9.
The show for moms by moms. The Mother Show on Magic 89.9.
Hold on, sorry. It's 11:51. Okay.
Distracted people.
Sorry, Kat. Hold on, Kat. Saying hi to Kat and Celeste outside.
We just want to thank them,
Yeah, we just super starstruck. Sophie the giraffe.
I love Sophie. Yeah.
So you have Sophie.
I do have
Okay,
Sophie.
so Ricky and I apparently
Don't have Sophie?
I don't have Sophie.
We've never met Sophie.
I've
Ever.
never had a Sophie in my life. I need a Sophie.
No, because Sophie's organic, right?
Yes.
See?
Yes.
So thank you, Kat, and to Celeste who are outside. Napasarap yung kwentuhan.
Yun, nakalimutan yung show.
Oh, may work pala. So it's 11:52. You're still with the Mother Show. This last 8 minutes, stop laughing, Alvin. The last 8 minutes will be for you guys to get a chance to walk away with a Hygo travel bidet. So all you have to do is call us up if you have a unique travel tip that you want to share with us and with all of the other parents, all of the other listeners out there. You might just walk away with a Hygo travel bidet.
You can even win this for somebody else.
Yeah. No, you can win it for yourself.
For yourself,
Yeah.
for somebody else. Bahala kayo, basta win it.
Yeah. So you have to give us a really good travel tip
Okay.
via the phone line.
And
so
we all have to agree that it's good.
Yeah.
So you have to win the votes of
Yeah,
these
the three hearts of the
mothers.
mamas.
Yeah. So again, it's a travel bidet, and we can't stress how important it is to have one with you while you travel.
Especially for if you have a little girl, it's even more important.
That's true. So again, 6310899. You can start calling us up just in case you have a good one. We have a caller. Magic, hello.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, hi. I'm Sunny.
Sunny.
Hi, Sunny.
What's up, Sunny?
No, my travel tip for other parents, I usually get an extra blanket.
An extra
and
blanket.
Yes, an extra blanket from the plane, from the cabin crew, and cover our seat with a whole blanket. Because you might not know, maybe there are children before who flew the plane, can pee in the seat.
Oh, yeah? Oh, my gosh.
That's true.
And you don't know what's been on that seat.
Yeah, and they do say, like, there are articles written about how clean it is. Because it looks clean when you board, right?
Yeah.
But it's not really that clean.
Yeah. It doesn't
Especially in the middle of, the day.
Yeah.
The first flight
And
out.
I used to work in an airline, so I know how it...
The more. Oh my gosh. That's why, diba, when they say, when you travel also with kids, they have to be like fully clothed.
Yes.
Diba?
Yes.
Long
Don't let their
sleeves.
bears-
Yeah.
and stuff.
I didn't know that.
That's right.
Talaga?
Yeah. So less
Lalo na when the
germs on their
flight
body.
is not full, I usually get three blankets. Even my husband, I put the towel, the blanket on the seat para it's clean. A bit.
Kasi ako, what I usually do, but yours is a lot better. I have an atomizer,
spray,
spray, an alcohol spray, and I do that for the armrest.
Okay, yeah.
Yes,
For the
yeah.
Disinfect.
Or baby wipes.
Baby
Yeah.
wipes,
Neglect
yeah.
the seat.
Yeah.
But the seat, kasi that's the one your skin is most in contact with.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a great tip. What do you think? What do you
They
think?
don't change it. They don't change it. Just imagine.
Yeah, there's no
boarding.
cover,
No,
no?
nothing.
Sobrang fast turnaround. So they just clean the table and just the floor. That's it.
Sunny, in as much as I really love your travel tip, thank you for opening up the germaphobe
In all of us.
unleashing the germaphobe in all of us. But ang galing kasi only someone who's worked in an airline would know
Will tell
this.
you, right?
So again,
Yeah.
Sunny's tip is to get an extra blanket or to ask the FA for an extra blanket to cover the
Yes.
seat.
Yeah. That's it.
Ladies,
Thank you.
we're gonna give a...
I'm a
I
go.
would.
I'm a
yeah,
go.
I would
go as
go.
well.
Totally.
Congratulations, Sunny! Yay! You were walking away with a Hygo travel bidet. Stay on the line, okay?
Thank you.
We're gonna get you
Parang it's bagay for you because you're also like,
On the
you
go.
want it clean, right?
Yeah.
So this is also very helpful for
Good
you.
job. Thank you. Thanks,
you,
Sunny, for
guys.
calling.
Bye. Bye, Sunny.
Bye.
It's 11:55. We'll probably give one away again next
Yeah,
week.
you know what's so funny?
That's a good
I
tip.
always ask Olivia, I say, okay, what's the name of your new baby? And she always goes, Sunny. I was like, what? I don't know where she gets it from. I said, even if it's a girl or even if it's a boy, it's going to be called Sunny.
Did she watch a series of
No,
unfortunate
I
events?
don't know.
Because
No.
That's
She
Sunny
has
Baudelaire.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Sunny. Okay.
Wala lang.
Interesting.
Hi, Sunny.
Are you
Friend.
considering?
Huh?
Are you
No.
considering? No.
No, I love the name Sunny though, but
So do you have a name?
yeah.
You do na.
But if she
Is it-
reveals it,
But guys, you have to be there on Tuesday, huh?
So the reveal.
Oh, yeah, that's
will
right,
you
the
also
reveal.
reveal the name or not yet?
No.
No.
No name.
Don't ha, kasi
No.
sometimes people will get it.
Talaga?
Yes.
Are you
Because-
stealers?
Yeah, because if they like it, and most likely
Yeah.
you're gonna choose a very great name for your baby, right? And sometimes if they're ahead of you in the pregnancy and they like it, pwede rin nila gamitin. So if I were you, keep it top
Be
secret.
selfish.
Conceal.
Or just tell them after you've named your baby.
That's right.
No, it's usually like that, diba? They call like for Olivia, we said baby O until
yeah,
she
yeah,
gave
yeah.
birth. So until I gave birth, I mean. Sorry, she gave birth. Yeah.
Did you know that Olivia was one of my radio names?
Really?
Aside from Amanda.
The one and only time that I didn't use Delamar.
Was Olivia?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, that's not true. Wait.
How many years ago was this?
Why did you
Friendship over, Andy.
No, malay mo. It was like
No, when I
year
started,
ago.
I started in a radio student jock program.
yeah. Okay.
The first of its kind,
Yeah.
And so my name then was Tinkerdell.
Tinker
that
Dell.
Tinkerdell. So it it fit me because I was 19.
Parang Tidily ever after lang pala.
And my voice is so high. So
Yeah.
bagay. But then, I worked for a show where we couldn't have our own names.
Okay.
It was all of us, all girls, were named something else.
Yeah.
And my name was Olivia.
Oh.
Yeah. And I responded to that name very well.
Olivia.
Because it also has that kailangan maganda ka pag Olivia. Olivia
Yes,
de
yes.
Havilland. I mean, come on. This
Olivia
woman is
Munn.
of Olivia Munn.
Yeah.
They're gorgeous. But your daughter,
Yeah.
Thank you.
steps up to the plate. And
She does.
That's all.
So Olivia's hosting her
Yeah,
siblings.
her siblings.
Gender reveal.
Yeah.
So how much of her? I mean, how much will she do at the reveal?
Nothing much. It's mostly for the kids. So if you have your kids, Del and Ricky.
Yeah.
By the way, can you host things? Bye.
Yung pala yun.
Kala ko ba si Olivia yung
Oo,
mag-host?
di ba si Olivia?
No, because we're gonna have a countdown and there's a surprise for all the guests.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alam ko to.
Okay.
Anyway, it's 11:58. We'll talk more about that off air. But that is the show.
Yes,
Again,
thanks for hanging out.
the entire episode will be up on our YouTube channel as well as our Facebook page. It's at The Mother Show PH.
And also, if in case you did miss it, for next episode, you can listen and watch live. The Mother Show is on through www.magic899.fm. And nationwide, we are heard as well. In Cebu, we are Magic 92.3. In Davao, we are Magic 89.1. In Bacolod, we're Magic 106.3. In Cagayan de Oro, it's Magic 89.3. And in General Santos, it's Magic 106.3.
All right, that was the show. Again, my name is Ricky.
I'm Andy.
This is Delamar.
And this has been The Mother Show on today's Best Music. This is Magic 89.9. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Bye, guys.
We've got that mommy magic. The Mother Show on Magic 89.9.